Music Access. We tend to pay attention to hygiene and cleanliness when the weather is hot and humid like it is these days. Not only should we keep our body clean, but we should also make sure that our rooms or our homes are also clean, right? The trash left inside the trash can, the food waste that's not disposed quickly, can cause bad odors that take time to get rid of quickly. I hope you aren't keeping trash in your homes just because you're too lazy to throw them out. Just a little more effort goes a long way. When we clean our dirty rooms and throw out the trash right away, we can live in a clean and pleasant environment. This doesn't apply to just our rooms, it also applies to our heart. If we harbor bad thoughts about someone, putting blame on them, or hating them for a long time, those negative feelings get worse as time passes and will be difficult to erase. So, whether it's our rooms or our hearts, we should try to get rid of the trash or excess baggage as quickly as possible to live more comfortably. Don't you agree? The first song you heard today, Saturday, August 8th, 2015, was Lucky Strike by Maroon 5, which is a great song to start off our Saturday show. Get y'all pumped up, you know. Alright, so like I just said, we're going straight into our Saturday edition of Music Access right now. Our Saturday corner, My Text and Message, is all about you. We're going to read your messages and listen to your song requests for the next 2 hours. Also, our special corner and corner, My Text Message, during the first hour of our Saturday show will be especially reserved for your text or SNS messages. Go ahead and send me a text or SNS message that was the most memorable for you during the week, and I'll introduce it during this time. The reason we're doing this is because the messages that were memorable for you may also strike a chord with our other listeners as well, so send in the messages that you remember, short or long. You can send in the message itself, or you can tell us about how you got the message or why you sent the message to if you sent something meaningful. We'll introduce those text messages briefly before moving on to your other messages and letters for My Message, which will go on during the rest of the show. My text message will be short and special, and all of the other messages that we receive will be introduced during My Message all the way up through to the end of the second hour. Now, here's how you can listen and participate on Music Access. You can download the Arirang Radio or TuneIn Radio app on your smartphone, and you can also send us messages through the app using the comment function. You can also listen to us by visiting our website, www.arirangradio.com/musicaccess, and leave your messages there on our message board. Another way you can tune in is through terrestrial DMB, but this is only available for our listeners living on Jeju Island. The frequencies are 88.7 for Jeju City, 88.1 for Seogwipo, and 101.9 for Daejeong. And remember, guys, if you have any super awesome special song requests, go ahead and post up a message on our message board with that song under the title Request. Alright, before we come back with My Text and Message, let's check out 2 songs. The first song is Talk About You by Mika, followed by Best Mistake by Ariana Grande featuring Big Sean. Reading your messages again and again, reading through the messages I sent again and again. The messages I wait for, the messages that make me laugh, the messages that are precious to me. My text message. Which messages were the ones that were the most memorable to you from the week gone by? The messages that you keep are the words from the person you want to keep close, and if you remember the messages that you sent, you probably spent a lot of time thinking about it before sending it. Our special Corner in Corner for Saturdays, My Text Message, is all about sharing the social media or text message that was the most memorable to you from the week gone by. It could be a message that made you happy, angry, or something that made you really frustrated. Go ahead and let us know which message was the most memorable. And remember, they don't always have to be from the past week. They can be from any time. So go ahead and write in by writing my text on your title before sending in your message. And our first text message comes from Darcy Ann from the USA saying, Dear Benji, Bon samedi, happy Saturday in French. Let me try again. Bon samedi. Okay, that was weird. Alright, so continuing on to our message, it says, I want to tell you about my friend Dan. We met online in September of 2011, and we met in the first place because of the late music artist slash singer-songwriter, ecologist, and humanitarian, John Denver. I found out that Dan lives 3 hours from my house, which is nice, and I went to visit him by train 2 years ago. I had so much fun seeing him, his mom, and his Aunt Joanne during the weekend I was there. In the summer, he comes my way by train so he can come to the summer potluck picnic I host. His mom makes a wonderful chocolate chip pumpkin bread that he brings with him. We like the same music and have other things in common. We're both artists. I am a writer while he is a drawing artist who does wonderful drawings in ink, no less. I have one of his framed drawings in my house that he gave me for Christmas last year. Every day he posts a good morning message to my SNS, and every night we either send messages back and forth through our inboxes or talk on the phone. I enjoy our friendship very much, and we're able to talk about almost anything. We pick each other up when we're feeling down and give each other so many laughs. Darcy Ann D.A. That's nice. I think, the messages that y'all are sending back and forth are, of course, going to be very, very meaningful. And I think it's really, really nice the fact that you have such a good friendship that, you met online. That's another interesting way to meet people. And the fact that, you visit each other once in a while, but a lot of it is just more the kind of, the daily messages. He sends you something in the morning. It's something that I think is something to really relish. You don't really have to talk to someone the entire day to say that, you're someone's friend. Just that simple message in the morning, the casual conversation at night. I think there's not really a certain standard in terms of amount of conversation or kind of back and forth that gives the title to a certain relationship, but just kind of the comfortable feeling you get. And, Darcy Ann, I think you have something really beautiful there. Congratulations. Now, before we continue on, we're going to check out 2 songs. The first song is requested by Ariadna of Mexico, Welcome to My Life by Simple Plan, and Kirine of Thailand requested How Long Will I Love You by Ellie Goulding. Alright, we just heard Welcome to My Life by Simple Plan, followed by How Long Will I Love You by Ellie Goulding. And now let's continue with another message that came in for my text message. We have Yunita Swino from Indonesia saying, Hi Benji, I want to share about my conversation on SNS with my church friend who is 2 years younger than me. I'll just share the interesting part. She calls me with Je, which means older sister, and she asked me, when will you get married, Je? And I answered, get married, still no plan, I'm waiting for God's time. And she asked me again, but do you have any candidates? And I answered her with, of course I do. I just don't know which one to choose. And she just agreed with me. Haha. You have so many candidates to marry. That is a lot of people. I mean, I'm jealous. I don't have any candidates to marry. Well, no, I guess I do in my head, but, they don't know yet. No, I'm just kidding. That would be really weird. But, marriage plans, I think it's interesting that the younger sister's asking the older sister just because, it makes sense. Of course, the younger sister's going to ask the older, when are you going to get married? Because the younger sister's probably not going to get married first. Just time-wise, things tend to happen that way. But when it comes to marriage, there's a lot of things that come into play. And of course, I think we're all kind of interested in, when our friends or when our siblings are going to get married. It's something, it's not so much that, when are you getting married? I really need to know. But, we're always curious throwing it out there, because once someone gets married, it's a totally different outlook on life. Things change. entire lives change because 1 becomes 2 and 2 becomes 1. And yeah, I just thought it was really cute. Alright, before we move on, let's check out 2 more songs. Penelope of the USA requested Loyal by Chris Brown featuring Lil Wayne and Tyga. And Samantha of Australia requested Gotcha by Jessica Mauboy. Alright, we just heard Loyal by Chris Brown featuring Lil Wayne and Tyga, followed by Gotcha by Jessica Mauboy. And this brings our My Text Message corner to a close. Ooh, but don't worry next week, because next week we will have more of your messages for our corner. So remember, if you have any messages that you want to share, go ahead and send them in by writing My Text on your title before posting up your messages. Remember, they can be messages that you received or messages you sent. And they can be generalized or at any time too. Alright, so starting from now until the end of our second hour, we're going to take a look at what our MA family members have been doing this week from Monday through Friday, what y'all are doing right now, and what you plan to do during this weekend through my message. Y'all are the Hollywood stars here, so make sure to send your stories to our message board. Alright, so starting with Jennifer Lau from the USA saying, Hello Benji, belated congratulations on your and BIG's first fan meeting. How was it? I hope you and all your fans ended up having a lot of fun. Wish I could have been there myself, but I'm on the other side of the world. You should visit New York sometime. I'll bring cookies. That sounds like an amazing plan. Cookies. I love cookies, first of all. And before that, of course, our first fan meeting, just if I'm going to touch up on it again, it was a lot of fun. We sang songs, girl group dancing, all that jazz. And in the end, it was, we left feeling a little bit like, I wish we had more time. I wish we could have shown something more. But I feel like that's something that'll continue to happen, as we have more fan meetings, and hopefully we'll be able to open more internationally eventually. But overall, it was a really, really, really super fun experience. I want to thank everyone who came to our fan meeting. It was a lot of fun. 저희 팬미팅 와주신 분들께 진심으로 감사드립니다. And yeah, beginning for the win. 짱. Alright, before we move on, let's check out 2 more songs. The first song is Party by 소녀시대, requested by Marian of Peru, and Lisa of the USA requested If You by Big Bang. We just heard Party by 소녀시대, followed by If You by Big Bang. Side note, everybody check out Big Bang's new last series of the Maid series. That didn't make sense. Let me try again. Anybody check out Big Bang's mini of the MADE series. It's got the 쩔어 and 우리 사랑하지 말아요, and then, music videos and stuff. Yeah, that MV was trippy. Yeah. Alright, so continuing on. Of course, we have another message. We have Kim Chenang in Korea saying, maybe it's because of a tropical night syndrome, but I can't fall asleep. I saw you at the fan meeting on Friday. Thank you for showing all of us your cute side, your cool side, your pretty boy side too. I fell in love. I was sitting in the second row. I wonder if you saw me. I have a lot on my mind these days, but you guys, BIG, Benji, Music Access, all provide some much-needed happiness for me and help me laugh. I'm happy to be able to listen to your voice every day, and I'm happy to see you more on TV and stuff. I can't help feeling proud of you every time I see you on TV. I hope you'll continue to do a good job. Oh, and I hope you can recommend a song for me to give me strength. P.S. I hope my sincere feelings will be delivered to you through this letter. I'm always rooting for you. Thank you very, very much. I always do my best. And sometimes I see my own, kind of the way I come out on TV. And it's honestly sometimes a little bit embarrassing just because it's kind of like, It's kind of cutesy. It's kind of, old stuff. But, yeah. Anyways, you asked for a song recommendation, so I'm actually going to recommend an old Korean song. You guys probably don't know this. It's called 불놀이야 by Hong Seobum. It's a really old kind of rock, kind of classic song. It's really good, and, if you can, go check it out. It's very lively, good for the summer. Alright, before we continue on, we'll check out 2 more songs. The first song requested by Lorena of the USA is 심상치 않아 by Kisum featuring Jooyoung. And Tony of the Philippines, now my favorite person, recommended 밤과 음악 사이 Between Night and Music by B.I.G. We just heard 심상치 않아 by Kisum featuring Jooyoung, followed by 밤과 음악 사이 Between Night and Music by B.I.G. And it's the end of our first hour, but stick around because we have another hour coming up on our Saturday Corner, continuing to introduce the messages sent by you. We'll take a quick song break and come back. The song requested by Aaron of the USA is My Immortal by Evanescence. You're listening to Music Access with me, Benji of B.I.G. And our first song, starting off the second hour of our show for Saturday, August 8th, was Wonderwall by Oasis. Alright, so here's how you can listen and participate. You can download the Arirang Radio or TuneIn Radio app if you have a smartphone. And remember, you can also send us messages via the app using the comment function. Or you can also listen to us by visiting our website, www.arirangradio.com/musicaccess, and leave your messages there on our message board. Another way you can tune in is through terrestrial DMB, but this is only available for our listeners living on Jeju Island. The frequencies are 88.7 for Jeju City, 88.1 for Seogwipo, and 101.9 for Daejeong. Now, before we come back to more messages, we'll check out 2 songs. The first song is Sing by Ed Sheeran, followed by Like I'm Gonna Lose You by Meghan Trainor featuring John Legend. We just heard Sing by Ed Sheeran, followed by Like I'm Gonna Lose You by Meghan Trainor featuring John Legend. You know, guys, if you listen to John Legend's songs, there's one thing he does a lot. He goes, you... Sorry, that was my personal thing. Alright, so you're listening to our Saturday Corner. My text and message, but we are on My Message, where we are introducing your messages sent into us here at Music Access, and also checking out your song requests as well. Continuing on to our messages, we have Natalie from Poland saying, Benji Oppa, Yogi Yogi, how are you, Benji? It's been such a crazy week. There was a K-pop festival here in Warsaw last week, and Boyfriend performed, and it was so great. Bounce, come with me, bounce, come with me, bounce. I hope that maybe one day B.I.G. will come here as well. I'm going to Tokyo, and I was wondering if you can recommend me some cool places to go to. Thanks, love you. Tokyo. If you're saying Tokyo, then of course you gotta talk about the food. I mean, of course they got the ramen, they got the whole sushi, tempura, all that stuff. But for me, just personally for me, it's about the shopping. I don't actually buy anything because it's kind of expensive, but you can find something that fits you, maybe go check it out. The place that B.I.G. actually performed our first live, our kind of mini event series that we did in Japan, anyways. That was in Harajuku. And Harajuku, actually, you can spend an entire day. You can maybe spend 2 days just walking around, finding a lot of great places to shop at. I mean, of course, you've got the department stores and all that. And then if you go into the department stores and go up a few floors, there's a lot of interesting fashion going on. And of course, just walking around, you'll find there's a street around there that has some really, really great shopping options. And then of course, there's Akihabara if you like gaming stuff and manga and stuff. Otherwise, food, all that stuff. And of course, if you want to go outside and go to the countryside, I recommend that too. I've never actually been, and it's more about the shopping though for me. Shh, Alright, so before we continue on, hope you have a great trip. And now let's check out two more songs. Fernanda of Mexico requested Chamcode by New East, and we'll follow it with Ring My Bell by Girls' Day. Hello? Yeah, I'm just calling to ring. Ha ha ha, 'cause I'm wearing a ring. This isn't funny at all. I'm so sorry, everybody. Alright, we just heard Chamcode by New East, followed by Ring My Bell by Girls' Day. Continuing on with our Saturday show, we have our next message, Mary and Joe from the Philippines, saying, Hi, Benji. I was so sad that I couldn't ask you to greet me last July 21st. It was my birthday. It was the saddest day of my life since I started living here in Korea away from my family, and a day without being able to hear your manly voice made it worse. Can you sing a birthday song for me? It's my belated birthday wish. By the way, it's my first time posting up a message. Arirang is the best. Woo! First time message poster. That means you get the first time message poster freestyle, which is actually just I freestyle whenever I want, which is now. Yo, so if hold on, it's also a birthday, so I should do a birthday song / freestyle. Okay, I got it. I'm gonna do a birthday song / freestyle, which includes the songs that we've heard in our show today so far. Yo, I'm gonna sing like it's your birthday, 'cause it is your birthday. Like I'm gonna lose you. Hey, happy birthday. Chamko day and ring my bell. That was a really bad place lyric, but it's okay, 'cause Wonderwall. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Oh, sorry. Happy belated birthday to you. Woo! This is how hard I work as a DJ to keep everyone happy. Hashtag on that grind. But no, don't be sad, because remember, birthdays exist to be repeated. You know, it's not like you were born on a leap year. I've always wondered, if you were born on a leap year, what does that make you? Do you turn an age every 4 years, or do you just turn older every year, but then that's like a special year? Think about that while we take a quick song break. We're gonna listen to this first song requested by Emma of Sweden, 교생쌤 by Ensia, and Rokyo of Japan requested 또 사랑하고 만다 by 육성재. We just heard 교생쌤 by Ensia, followed by 또 사랑하고 만다 by 육성재. Side note of B2B. Continuing on to our next message. Side note, B2B's new song is crazy, and I like the whole chair and the one mic choreo. It's pretty cool. Continuing on. Our next message is from Penelope from the USA, saying, Good morning, Benji. Afternoon there. Honestly, I've been so stressed. There are a few weeks until school starts, and I haven't finished my work for my Honors World History 9. But I've given in. I'm going to fail the first cohort. I'll just half-heartedly finish my work and get a B in that class. Oh, okay, that's what you mean by fail. Stress. But I did finish my 72-page packet and book for my Honors English 9 class. I'm assuming that means that you read it and not you wrote a 72-page packet, because that's a lot of work. The World Studies assignment is reading a war book and writing a summary on each chapter, then writing an essay on the whole book. Plus, I have to study for a test in both of my honors classes on the first week of school. I'm stressed because it's way too much work. I just wanted to rest the summer before starting my freshman year. Wow, but I mean, everything's like, you have honors, world studies, and all that stuff. I mean, it's a pretty tough schedule that you've built up for yourself. So first of all, shout out to the hardworking study students, which is you. And side note, I really was not good at history. When it came to wars and all that stuff, I can understand, who's Napoleon, who's this general and all that. But it's a lot of facts. It's just so much memorization. And I'm better at studying and memorizing music than I am at studying history. Then again, as they say, those who fail history are doomed to repeat it. That was an old saying when I was in school, but that's not related to anything. But Penelope, don't worry. When school starts again, I'm sure you'll fall right back into that schedule and you'll have a great time. Cherish your school years, because once you get out of school, things change a lot and you kind of miss it. Although I don't really miss world history, but I do miss math. Math was fun. Alright, so before we continue on, let's check out 2 more songs. The first song is I Feel You by the Wonder Girls, followed by Yeah 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 Yeah, or YEY by Beast. Hot summer, hot summer, summertime. We just heard I Feel You by the Wonder Girls, followed by Yay by Beast. Side note question for y'all out there. What do you feel about the Wonder Girls sound? I like how they're bringing back the retro, kind of that disco groove. It's very, very awesome. Alright, so continuing on to our next message. First, we have Nia Boo from the USA saying, Benjamin, that Tonya is actually me, Nia Boo. Haha, Benji, Nia is my nickname, but maybe I'll take you up on that offer someday when I visit Arirang. Or if you come to Texas. Yeah. I almost went to Texas, U of A. That's a really big school. Yeah. They have the whole Longhorns. I think I'm right. If I'm wrong, don't hit me when I visit Texas. Yeah. But, yeah. Of course, the offer is always standing. You have to maybe remind me if I visit, but it's gonna be awesome. Texas is hot, but it has some great food. I think everything I always talk about when I come to a place is like, first, it has great food. Because, food is really amazing. And I love it. Next, we have Ariadna Pina from Mexico saying, Hola, DJ Benji. I hope you and your members are eating well and all doing well these days. Greetings from Mexico. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien. That's the extent of my Spanish. Just kidding. Quesadilla. But yeah, of course, we're doing great. And I know, Ariadna, you're always requesting great songs. So always don't forget to keep posting up those songs, because I love checking out new songs that I haven't heard and listening to songs that I already know. Alright, now before we continue to move on, of course, let's check out 2 more great songs. The first song is Real Love by Clean Bandit featuring Jess Glynn, followed by Take Me to Church by Hosier. Alright, we just heard Real Love by Clean Bandit featuring Jess Glynn, followed by Take Me to Church by Hosier. Alright guys, thank you so much for participating in my text and message our Saturday show. Remember guys, if you want to write in for our corner, if you want to talk about your SNS or text message that you received or sent, go ahead and write my text on your title before you post up your message. And if you just want to tell me about your week, what you're doing, or just tell me about anything, go ahead and send a message for our Saturday show under the title, My Message. Alright, so this is the end of our show. No. Our last song for today is, again, one of my favorites. I love listening and singing to it. If You Leave by Music Soul Child featuring Mary J. Blige. This was Benji of B.I.G. And as always, I'll be back.